All right, we are back with David Azizi from the law offices of David Azizi, and in a few past videos we were talking about animals and animal bites. In this video we're going to talk about an animal bite on someone else's property. So it's football season, and you know, whether you're watching this video, it might be the spring or the summer, you might be over in somebody's backyard having a barbecue or something. What is the case if I'm on someone else's property and a dog bites me? What should I do, and what's the legal action, David? How does that work?
Well, usually with dog bites, there's two aspects of it with regards to if you get bitten by somebody while you're at somebody's property. The question remains is this person the owner of the property or not? That's number one. Number two, is this person the owner of the dog? So the owner of the dog under California law is strictly responsible if his or her dog bites somebody. And the issue with regards to the owner of the property comes into play with regards to whether there's insurance coverage to cover you or not. So if you have both, where the owner of the dog is also the property owner, in that case you have strict liability, and the owner of the property, hopefully if they have a mortgage, they will have homeowners and insurance, then you're protected. There are some scenarios which you'll have somebody who's renting the house and they're owner of the dog, and somebody else owns the property. In that particular case, as I stated, the owner is strictly liable, and with regards to the owner of the property, you have to establish and prove that the owner knew that this dog had a vicious, dangerous propensity, and that the dog would bite or attack other people in order for you to be able to recover against the owner of the property. In some scenarios where it's rare, but it does occur, where the owner of the dog, like let's say they live in a condominium, they have their own renter's insurance, so their renter's insurance would be responsible strictly, and also the property owner's insurance company would be responsible if he or she knew that this is an animal with a vicious propensity and likely to attack. And also, one last thing I wanted to mention is, if you are attacked by a dog or some form of another animal, it's important to try to report it to the animal control, because if this animal has attacked other people, they keep a record of that, and if it's attacked other people after a certain while, they determine that this animal is a threat to the community, and unfortunately they'll put down the dog or the animal, and I know a lot of animal lovers don't like that, but that's how the animal control takes care of the matter, so that there's not any potential future attacks by the same animal.
So, go ahead.
And I always keep, this is just in a nutshell, it's always advisable that if you're watching this video, you contact an attorney. You're more than free to contact our office. We provide free consultation, no obligation, and we could review your case with you and advise you as to how to proceed with your case and if you have a claim or not.
Absolutely, and it's like David explained, there's a lot of situations out there that are a little bit confusing, and there's some gray areas. So make sure to contact the law offices of David Azizi, and they will help you get through this process. The phone number will be in the YouTube video and below the YouTube. And thank you for your time, David.
Thank you for joining us.